I wanted to ask you a question that I wonder if you've been asked not a million times, or maybe not at all. If the title came from that Eddie Murphy skit. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh yeah, I've seen that Eddie Murphy stand-up bit about going about the Amityville. A black family would be different than a white family walking into a house. White family would get out. Whoa, this is kind of weird. This is scary. Black family walk in, get out. Too bad we can't stay, baby. Right? That's the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes, it was in a way.
It was.
I wanted to make a film that honored the black horror audience that gets frustrated when a protagonist doesn't do the right thing. Totally. And really, I say black people tend to be vocal in the movie theaters, but really all horror movie audiences, we want logic. We want this to exist in a real world. So, yeah, there is a satirical allusion to that sketch.
Okay. And as a first-time director, from your experience as a comedian, where did you draw from, and just like doing sketches and that kind of stuff? This is obviously your first time, and
Key and Peele offered no worries. Key and Peele.
Sorry, that wasn't really a question.
You're so shy. You're like the shyest interviewer.
It's just my second time doing this.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm glad to be your second.
Yeah.
Well, look, Key and Peele was it was kind of like a master class in producing. Mm-hmm. I got to Peter Atencio is the amazing director of 97% of the Key and Peele sketches, as well as Keanu. So I got to kind of watch him, work with him, consult with him, learn from him. Yeah. And we shot like 300 short films. Right. So I think it was hard for me to get the confidence to direct, but having that experience under my belt was like, that means if I can't do it, then I'll never be able to do it, and who can?
Awesome. And what was the hardest part about directing?
The hardest part is really, I want to give every actor my full undivided attention. Mm-hmm. I want to give every actor their preferred experience, so that they're the most comfortable. Mm-hmm. And this is a big cast, so. I had to do a lot of work with the actors to just make sure I honor the trust that they're putting in me.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any funny story or awkward story about meeting a girlfriend's parents for the first time?
An awkward story. There was a time once where I met I had a white girlfriend, and met her parents, and I was like, do they know I'm black? And she was like, no. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, this is going to be, even if it's a little weird, it'll be a lot weird. Yeah. And then I met them, and it wasn't weird at all, and that ended up being the weirdest part.
Did you feel like you were acting weird around them?
And then, so there is, the crazy thing about race, in my life is, sometimes I'm perceptive of something and it's justified. Mm. Other times, I feel like, maybe I'm just being paranoid. Maybe it's on me. Maybe I'm putting it on. And so that kind of keeps you off balance. Mm. And that's a state that I wanted the audience to feel that the protagonist Chris was in, and feel that with him. It's like, is this happening, or is this just me being nervous or weird?
Right.
No. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I got a movie last night. It was really